Generally, when I talk to somebody, I've been stationed so many places. I've been stationed where they're coming from. I understand the lay of the land. I know all of the military terminology. We PCS, we have, BAH, all of those acronyms. It's easy for me to speak to them, with the military jargon. And I really feel like there's no substitute for experience. And so when you say, I'm moving here from this and this is, TDY and all this stuff, I get it. And I understand and can kind of look out for the obstacles that we might encounter and sort of be ahead of it. And I feel like that's really been an advantage to me to move all those places. And so what we have to look at when we're buying a house is how long are you going to be here? And it's usually not your forever home. I mean, I'm going to be the one that's trying to sell it 2 years or 3 years from now. So when we're buying it, is it rentable? Is it in an area that close to the base? Is it in a school district that everybody wants? All of those things. And so, I mean, there have been times where I'm like, this one isn't for you. It's so close knit and it's, people talk to people. And so I always want to be giving the best advice. Like I said, I'm going to be the one that's selling it. And so I think it's a little bit different than someone who's going to be here for, in eternity. And I also, I can speak to the VA loan. I do a ton of those. We're doing VA assumable loans now. I think that's a big part of my business is just understanding the military move and how long they're going to be here and what's the best financial decision for them. Sort of happened. I moved to Keller Williams, which is the best thing that ever happened to me, and in real estate. And so at the time, there was a new agent, Shannon, at my old firm, brand spanking new. And at the time, I had just let her come along to inspections, come listen to me talk on the phone, like just all kinds of stuff. And so when I left, she was sort of like, oh man. And so she, said, hey, can I come join you? And I was like, well, I'm not a group, but I guess I could be. And so she joined, and it's been a really good fit. And so that's just kind of how it happened. My firm was really good about helping me grow, and figure out what this is going to look like. And we've been doing really well with it. And so I do all the listings and I do buyers also. But Shannon has been bringing her own sphere and referrals to me that if it's somebody that comes to me specifically or they're military or whatever, I generally always take them. But if we have more business, we share it. And it's been a dream, really. I mean, and we're still growing. We're still adding. We added another agent recently. He's a retired lieutenant commander in the Navy. So that's been a great addition. And I just love having people around me. The support is great. The support of my firm is amazing, but it's nice to have your little squad, and we just figure out things together. And I've just enjoyed it thoroughly.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you have 2 client events every year. So what do you do specifically?
Well, we love giving our pies away at Thanksgiving. That's the biggest thing. So we gave away 300 pies last year. It's a big thing. And so we put out we usually do it a couple of days, like the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And so we have a big event. We go to Costco in that morning. They bring the pies out on like a huge pallets. And then just all of our clients come in throughout the day and pick up their pie. I mean, I would say that's where we see most of our clients. If we haven't seen them in a year, I mean, I'm sure I've talked to them. We generally always see them on Pie Day. So it's, we eat pie all day and we give away pies. We take photos. It's great because it's during, near the holidays and who doesn't love free pie? And so it's just a great social event. And then the other one we do is a Christmas. We always do Christmas pictures with Santa, which is great because I don't know if you go to the mall, it's like $50 to take a picture with Santa. Here, you don't have to wait in line and it's free. And we get to see everybody. And it's a good time. It's the holidays. We have treats and cider and Christmas music. And so we do those 2. And then we're thinking about doing one in the spring. We haven't quite got there yet, but we're
How do you invite people and promote those events so that you actually get people to show up? I mean, 300 pies. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So the people that have gotten a pie before wait for it. So they have it on their calendar. They're like, they know it's coming. And so, but we generally start like in October, we send out a postcard, we do an email, and then we call everyone, they RSVP, and then we call them again to remind them like the day before, tomorrow's pie pickup day. And so we just it's a great opportunity to connect multiple times with your clients. And then it usually turns out sometimes, well, not sometimes, almost every year, we end up delivering like 30 pies. People like that don't, so we end up just driving around and delivering pies too. But it's our favorite event of the year for sure.